Hey guys, Nico here, and today I will be drawing my creepypasta OC that I made for the world that the creepypastas live in or something. It's basically, I'm sure this is a thing, but it's basically I threw all the creepypastas that have ever been made into one world and they all live in a mansion, and I made my own OCs to go along with it. And these are my two main OCs. I also have some background OCs just to add a bit more story to it. But this is Quin and Candy, as you can see, because it's written next to the character. His name is Candy because I couldn't think of anything else to name him. I don't know what made me think of Candy whenever I drew him, but something made me think of the name Candy when I drew him. So who knows? And then the same with Quin. I have no idea why I chose Quin. It may be because one of my friends has an OC named Quin and I heard that name before, and so it just came to my mind automatically, but I forgot that she had an OC named Quin. And now I feel like when she mentioned that, I felt kind of bad because I felt like I was stealing the name from her. Even though there's so many different names, it's crazy. Like, so many people have the same name is kind of what I meant. Yeah. And then I also have two other characters, which I haven't drawn yet. Well, I have them drawn in my sketchbook, but they're really bad sketches. But it is Chris and Coco, which Coco is like Candy but a bear, basically. Yeah. So basically the story behind Candy and Quin is that Quin ran away from home and was living in the woods, was walking around, found Candy, thought he was a stuffed animal with some interesting tech in him or something, took him back to her camp where she was camping out at, tried to take him apart, figured out he was living, and then he took the collar around his neck off, attacked Quin, the collar somehow wrapped around her wrist, and she blacked out. Then when she woke up, she was standing in front of her murdered parents. That there's a long backstory behind them, but basically they had actually adopted her. But more on that later. So yeah, she was standing in front of her murdered parents, and that's kind of, yeah. And Candy, they both have this thing I call a horror form because I couldn't think of any other better name for it. But it's called a horror form, so basically whenever either they take the collar off for Candy or put the collar on for Quin, they turn into a scarier or creepier version of themselves. And Quin somehow creates a knife out of thin air whenever she puts the collar on. Don't ask me how that happens, I have no idea. I normally have some kind of science logic stuff behind it, but I don't for her. She's just, I don't know. I truthfully do not know. So basically after that, she went back into the forest. There was a strange figure. The figure was running after them. And then a young girl popped out of the bush, and it was Sally, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, Sally. And the figure was Slenderman, and then Sally invited them back to the mansion they lived in, and then they found Chris, which was one of Quin's old friends. Yeah, there's a long story behind it, but I have actually written a story about it. I have 9 to 10 pages long story, which is, the story is slightly jammed together because I was more or less just trying to make an idea of a story for her. So it's not a full-blown story, but I still really like where the story is going. It's really cool and I love it. But also I like the designs for Quin and Candy. Candy is this cat stuffed animal, and he has one bent ear. And then in his horror form, he has one eye that has just like the button's gone and it's black underneath. I don't really know. I thought it would just look creepy. And then I gave him these ginormous sharp nails and very sharp teeth and some cuts and scrapes and blood. Is kind of what I did for him. And then for Quinn, I basically just did the same thing. I tore her clothes up some. I was going to make her hair messier, but I was too lazy in this picture to make it messier. It took me like 3 hours and 44 minutes, I'm pretty sure, to make this. So I was too lazy to make the hair messier, so yay! And then I just tore her clothes up and gave her a knife and the collar around her wrist. Yeah. But I really like the character designs and stories and stuff. It's just so cool. I should probably end the video now so you're not just staring at the picture. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and maybe put a comment down below of what you want me to draw next, because I've actually run out of inspiration now. Because I have tomorrow's video ready that I'm actually going to record right after this one. And yeah, I have no other pictures yet, unless I just trace one of the ones I have in my sketchbook. So, yeah. It would be useful if some of you guys gave me some inspiration of what I should draw. So, well, bye guys. Nico out.